what is the state of play with the construction gig? You got a start date or anything? I do not have a start date. That was postponed. It's, I'm not really interested in letting people know when I'm not going to be here, if you know what I mean. So it's, it's still pending. And I'm, they have to figure out there's some back end stuff that has to happen with the county and the city and everything. So it's not they give you a date, that's a hopeful date. Bureaucracy pushes things back. That's what happens. So all right, we don't need somebody spamming in here about this shit. Okay, dude, go on.
I hung on to my exes getting with guys that were 10, 12, 15 years older than me way too long. And I have watched women I've dated go on to get married to the next dude. I watched a chick turn into a lesbian right after she slept with me. She just went to the first guy who could buy a house. Now they buy their own damn houses. It just, there was a million little choices that could have gone differently over the course of my last 15 years of my life. They didn't. They all wound down to where I'm sitting right now. And that's fine. I can't change it. But it is not in your control. I really don't believe. I don't believe that. Yeah, the longer I live, the less I believe in your destiny. It's gonna happen. It is what it is. You can't control it. Women like you or they don't. There's nothing you can do about it. I don't believe there's anything you can do about it anymore. James, thank you for the massive.
It is not worth enough to me to go pay someone to sleep with me. It is not that moral failing that everybody has ginned it up to be in their minds. It's not that big of a deal, especially nowadays when women's standards are impossible and they look like this broad. You know what I mean? Like these women are not appealing. They're all fat. They're lippy. They have no good taste. And they're fucking not that impressive. Quite frankly. I'm not going to give them a dime. If one wants to be with me, it's going to be because they want to be with me. Period. And if they don't, fine. Looking back, and I've done some introspection on this recently. I was thinking about the last chick I slept with. She was a whore. She was actively dating like 4 other people. James, thank you for another pack. It up. 100, Raymond. Dude, I'm just saying, do not feel bad about not getting pussy. Like, let's be honest here. It's not your failing. Society is weird right now. And you should not be measuring your self-worth by how many vaginas you've slipped in and out of. Brother, ew. Gross. I've, like I said before, the only times that I genuinely feel bad about it is when I spend too much time on Twitter and I let the detractors, trolls, manosphere grifters, other people on social media get to me. When I watch too much manosphere content, when I watch too much Twitter, that's the only time I feel bad about it. I really anymore, I'm too tired all the time. I'm too whatever I am these days. I don't care anymore. I'm just fatigued, you know? Everybody barked at me for 2 years straight about going and paying for it. And I'm not saying you're barking at me at all. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying everybody on YouTube barked at me for years on end about this and about all of these things I've failed to live up to. And I have realized I don't care. I don't care. No, I'm not going to go bodybuild at the fucking gym. No, I'm not going to go take steroids. No, I'm not going to go buy hair. I'm not going to do these things. That's not happening. Suck it. If a chick wants to fuck me, that's her volition. She better bring some grade A pussy to the deal. Let's be honest here. You know? And I'm not going to lose fucking sleep over this. I ain't going to be ridiculed. I'm not going to be shamed. I'm not going to be told that I'm less than. I'm not going to be told that I'm not good enough. I'm not going to be told that I'm some kind of loser. I'm not going to be told that I'm some kind of incel, because I'm not, actually. I am volitionally making a choice not to participate in a market I find myself in. You say, well, Raymond, that means you're blah, 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 blah. I don't care anymore. When I look back at the last 20 years of my life, I've had a couple relationships that lasted maybe, the one was 2.5 years. The other one was 1.5 years. They basically bookended college. The entirety of college, I had a girlfriend, basically. There was a 3 or 4 or 5 month stint in between chicks there for a little while that I kind of was seeing this other redhead girl. I never slept with her, though, so I didn't count it. She'd come over and we'd watch movies, and I'd like try to put the moves on her, and she was just like not into it. And you know, it's funny to joke and, oh, well, it's never me and all this other stuff. I don't know how to put this. Doing YouTube and being ridiculed all the time for my situation I don't care anymore. It's been like this extreme form of exposure therapy. You know, cognitive behavioral therapy, where you just stop caring about something. You know, if you're a homeowner, you'll understand this. Or you drive an older car. There's like that door that sticks weird, or like that water thing that's a known issue that you've let slide because it's just, you've grown used to it. There's things I wish that I could have fixed or done differently about this place, but this is where I'm at. Okay. It's my life. Let me live my fucking life. I'm not here to impress you. I'm not here to kowtow to you. I'm not here seeking your validation. I'm not going to measure myself by my sexual inadequacies or my sexual successes. I failed to find a long-term relationship. That is objectively true. But I'm not going to let myself feel like a bad person because I didn't get married or I didn't reproduce. I'm not going to let myself feel like a bad person because I haven't had sex in a decade. It'd be nice if it happened. It's kind of up to the women. And I've got my answer. I got my answer. I spent 2 years putting myself out there every day. Like broadly putting myself out there. And I got some serious exposure. At my best, YouTube was doing 100,000 unique impressions a month. Or like viewers. Not views, but like viewers. So it was like 100,000 different unique people were watching my shit. 27,000 subscribers, I was getting over 100,000 unique viewers. Pretty good. 25 million impressions, that's kind of really good analytics. A month. Really good analytics. The market spoke. Nobody came around. And I think the women that were interested were trolling me. That's fine. I'm not going to let myself feel bad about this. Like I'm supposed to just kowtow and cower and just go pay for an escort or something. It's not that important to me. Because at the end of the day, think about it logically. Who are you trying to prove yourself to? Who are you talking to? Who are you appeasing? Some angry incel mob on the internet that wants you to be taken off in handcuffs and trolls you relentlessly and doxes you and puts your socials out there and makes whole YouTube channels dedicated to your downfall, constantly making AI images of you as Gollum or some bullshit. Their hands so far up their sock puppet's ass they can't even see themselves breathe. I don't answer to you. I'm feeding you, Sinaguso. I'm fucking paying your bills, by the way. Giving you endless content to fucking grift off of and make hundreds of thousands of dollars. Hundreds and thousands of dollars off of. I'm supporting an interracial modern family in Nebraska. I'm a good person. Now, your visceral reaction to that statement, flip that. That's how I feel about your judgment, fuckers. And I'm not talking to you, James. I'm saying the people that want to shame me or shame you for some kind of perceived inadequacy in life because you've failed to play a game that is rigged. A game that is not fair. A game that is, you can lose a game, right? But for a game to be considered worth playing, definitionally, you got to be able to win 10% of the time. Definitionally. Game theory and all that. Otherwise, it's not a game. It's something else. It's been a decade. There have been no women come my way, despite my best efforts. And I am not interested in any further lectures about what my best efforts are. Hasn't happened. It's not a game anymore. This is what you have to remember. You're not losers. It was rigged from the start. This is not, it's a scam. Yes, exactly. It's not a game, it's a scam. So, that doesn't ameliorate. It is Saturday. I got nothing going on. You got nothing going on. So let's go ahead and hang out. I'm not going to be pursuing any further content creation on YouTube. YouTube is a dead platform. YouTube is not a platform for men with any kind of conviction, any kind of conscientiousness, conscience, any kind of moral ethic. YouTube is dead. YouTube is a horrible place. I'm not going to put any more content into YouTube. I'm focused primarily on Kick because, quite frankly, Kick has treated me the best. And until that changes, and I hope it does not, because I will always speak highly of Kick, I would appreciate it if you are a member on the YouTube side. I'm still due a payout. Like, look at this. Just from the memberships, it's $161, and it's already going to be $105 for this month, just from the YouTube. So if you're still getting charged for a YouTube member, good old days are gone, boys. The good old days are gone. So we must suffer as we enter into this fourth turning. Every day, more lies and deceptions. I log in and I see people accusing me of being a pedophile, which I have literally never done anything but disavow that behavior, that mindset. I have a zero tolerance policy for that minor attractive person's bullshit. And anybody trying to twist anything I say into making it sound like I don't is an evil demon. And they'll burn in hell. I'm not going to be the one putting them there, but they will burn in hell. It's getting more and more escalatory to the point where they're going to make me have to spend some money on a lawyer for a cease and desist, basically, which is getting super annoying because I'm literally just a guy trying to make videos on the internet, and I'm literally just a guy talking. That effective. I'm benevolent. I am a charitable cult leader. You're all so gay. You're all so fucking gay for me. It's not even funny. Like, how are you this gay? He's got whips on. He said on this stream he finds his dad more attractive than him. What an odd thing to say. What an odd thing for you to have a channel dedicated to me. That's an odd thing to have happen. By the way, mold exists in the air. It's in the air. There is no room that does not have mold in it. It is only a matter of the air being still and there being organic material for the mold to spore on. There's mold everywhere. There's mold outside. There's mold in your walls. Please stock the refrigerator also. He's